board's calibrated, and you're ready to go. So then you just go into, you just launch Active Inspire, which you just search for it. Screen. So go to Active Inspire, comes up right here. Ready? Set it to okay. So this is Active Inspire. This allows you to make this pen kind of like a whiteboard again. Like use the board as a whiteboard. You have a couple options with your with this. One of them is just regular pen mode, and over here, if you can see it, there's your color selection. So you can pick a color. I'm going to pick orange, and then if you want to, you can change the size. You can go smallest to large, and then you can draw. So whatever you want, you can write something. You can draw triangles, other shapes, anything you really need. And then there's the eraser option, which works exactly as it sounds. It just erases anything. So if you want to erase this, all that. And you can change the size of it just like you would with the pen. Another option is the highlighter, which you can use to highlight text if you would like. It works just like a regular highlighter if you want to change the size, like that. Then you can also put in text boxes. You can draw here, and then I can type something in. So if you want to have like a Word document where you have text showing up, you can do that. So here's an example of that. All right, so again, you can erase all this stuff. The next thing I will show you is how to import things into Active Inspire, because the great thing about Active Inspire is it's not just this blank document. You can also do other things with it. So to import, if you want to import something after you launch it, you just go to File, hit Import, and then you can see here you have all your options. One of them is PowerPoints. You can do PowerPoints with it. So you hit PowerPoints as objects. Just have to wait for it to load. Depending how many images, how long the PowerPoint is, that can take some time. But while we're waiting, one thing I would like to point out with the import is you might have noticed when you went to the import, there's PowerPoint as objects and PowerPoint as images. If I were to hit images instead of objects, my PowerPoint would come up as something I couldn't write or draw on. But with Active Inspire, I can write on this, so that's why I chose to do it as an object instead of image. Alright, so here, this is a sample presentation. It's about George Washington, the first president of the United States. Okay, so if I were giving this presentation, if I'd like to draw attention to something, I could circle it, I could highlight it, And then, I could go back and erase it all. I could just keep it right there where it is. If you want to move through the slide, you go to the mouse pad, the mouse thing, the pointer, and then there's two icons here. It's a page with an arrow on it. If you want to move to the next page, just hit the one with the right arrow. Then you go through your presentation. So you can see here, it's just another way to access a PowerPoint. So if I wanted to highlight when George Washington was born, I could draw attention to that. And then I just keep moving through the PowerPoint, and eventually I will get to a video. It's not hyperlink. So, as an example, I also have pulled up a video here. So you can play videos on this. You just tap it, go to full screen, and there's your video. And it works just like any other kind of video. So if you want you to, if you need to show your class about how you use it, whatever you need it for. So you tap it again to pause it, and then you just hit the icon in the bottom right hand corner right here, and then it takes you right back. Alright. So going back to Active Inspire, there are other things that we can do besides just importing a PowerPoint. So you go back to the original document here, you can go back to import, and there's all different kinds of things. Notebooks, resource packets, and then whatever else you need. And so there's a variety of things you can import into the software to make your demonstration or your presentation more interactive with everybody else. So that pretty much wraps up my presentation. At this time, I'm going to open it up to questions. If anybody has any questions.
Peter, you look like you were on a web page to demonstrate that video. Can you use the pen to navigate a web page on the smartboard? And could you, if so, could you show us how to do it?
Yes, you can. It's quite easy. As I said earlier, this pen is just another mouse, except you touch the screen with it. So, right now, I'm on St. Mark's Student Ministry, which I'm a member of, as I said earlier. If I go to the side here, and scroll down and up to look at the web page, I can go to different tabs. There's a drop-down menu. I can select any of these. If I wanted to look at worship at St. Mark's, I could do that. I can also open up a new tab right here, and I can select any of these options. But one thing this smartboard can't do is you can't really type on the board. There's no drop-down keyboard or anything. So if I wanted to go to Google, I would just type in Google, and there you are. And then I enter something in the search field, and then I could, I can click on all the links. So let's say I wanted to search about Baltimore Orioles. Right here, I can click right on the Orioles, and then can scroll down, click on the link. All right. Are there any more questions?
You mentioned in Active Inspire you could use that pen as if it were like a whiteboard. Can I use a whiteboard pen to access this as a whiteboard when I'm not using it with a computer hooked up to it?
No. Under no circumstances should you use a regular whiteboard marker on this board. The main reason is because if you were to draw on it, the marker would stay on there. You wouldn't be able to erase it, and it would damage the board itself, making it more difficult to use. So I can't stress this enough. Please do not write on this with a marker. It's a major no. Just use the pen. It works all the same anyway.
And when I'm finished with my lesson, how do I shut everything down? Or is there a suggested procedure for doing that?
Well, you can just click the X button, but if we go back to here, you go to File. You can save your document here. You can do a save as, so very much similar to Word. And then once you're done, you can just hit the X button. And then it's all closed up. And then unplugging everything is the same thing as plugging it all in the first place. You just unplug all the stuff plugged in the beginning of this video. Are there any more questions before me? All right, that concludes the video for today. Thank you for watching.